It is mind-blowing to me the number of police that are under attack today. There is no longer any respect for police officers because the media, the so-called leaderships, and others have blamed the cops for everything, and they have put the blame on the cops rather than the angry people that the cops are having to deal with. And as a result of confirming the angry people, they are out of control now. Really. Because they know they can get away with it. The government want chaos and confusion and division. That's what Satan wants. That's how he conquers, by dividing you. Revenge and all that crap. It's unfortunate because things will get worse before they get better if this continues. And the government wanted, look, they let the prison inmates out of the prisons and the jails. They take away bail bonds, and they blame the cop. This is from ABC. Officers on Wednesday, officials on Wednesday identified the two El Monte Police Department officers who were killed in a shootout with a gunman at a motel as more detail emerged about the suspect criminal history. When did you hear about this guy that's been accused of killing these cops? His criminal history. Watch this.
In a slow procession outside of the El Monte Police Department, the family of Officer Joseph Santana marched toward a memorial of flowers, candles, and notes to mourn his tragic death. They stood in solidarity along with friends and complete strangers to pay tribute to Santana, who joined the El Monte PD less than a year ago, and Corporal Michael Paredes after both officers were killed in the line of duty. Paredes and Santana were gunned down in a shootout with a domestic violence suspect at the Siesta Inn Motel on Tuesday. The suspect was shot and killed by police. He had been identified as Justin Flores. Flores had an extensive criminal history. Authorities say he served time in prison for burglary, which resulted in a strike. They say he was on probation for gun possession. LA County DA George Gascon issued a statement on Flores' arrest history. Gascon said, "The sentence he received in the firearm case was consistent with case resolutions for this type of offense, given his criminal history and the nature of the offense."
When it happens to you, you're just in shock. How can this be?
Tonight, two families are left to cope with an unimaginable loss as they're wrapped in thoughts and prayers by a heartbroken El Monte community.
Amazing, huh? What a mess. The cops are hated. And you have all these people coming in from all around the world. They don't care about the cops. And then the ones that are living here committing crimes, they want the cops out of the way. We have a government that want them out of the way, too. Defund the police, they say. Why do you think they want to defund the police? Because they want them out of the way so there'll be as much chaos and confusion as possible. What a mess, huh? And Hake will tell you about it later, but I think Hake knew one of these guys. Hake of the Hate Report. He knew one of the guys growing up. What a mess. What a mess. And it's going to get worse. Not going to get better. It's going to get worse. That's why you have to overcome the world. Be in it, but not of it. You must forgive and return to the Father. And it's going to get worse. Mediac is reported, and Ohio police chief says patrols are being cut back for his officers in response to rising gas prices. Watch this.
As gas averages $5 a gallon nationwide, one Ohio police department is putting some patrols on foot patrol, essentially. South Zanesville's Ohio Police Chief Mark Russ joins us right now. Okay, so, I mean, you've got a choice. You're already spending money, I understand, from the budget that was dedicated to buying new equipment on gas, but you're also having to park the cars more.
It really impacts safety because we're not as visible as we normally want to be. And we like to move around through our village and let people see us.
Amazing, huh? We now have a government and a media, both Republican and Democrat, that want the chaos. They want it this way. This is not an accident. This is not something that happened by chance. They want it this way. They are making sure it gets this way and stays this way. We got to vote out these people. We got to vote them out. Joe Biden blaming the oil issue on the drillers when he has all kind of regulations and restrictions that prevent the people from drilling for oil. They want it that way. And last but not least, Foster's reporting that in November 2020, Oregon voters passed legislation to decriminalize hard drugs. Remember we talked about that? We reported on that. Drug overdose death hit an all-time high in 2021, a 41% increase from 2020. So they decriminalized hard drugs, and the drug overdose death went through the roof. Tell me they don't want the chaos and the confusion in our country. They want it. They absolutely want it. It's amazing.